Well, hello everyone. I was hoping not to have to resort to this, but it would appear it's time. Today, I'm going to finally make a transmutation table. Sadly, it is so hacks that I don't think it should be legal, but I got to. I'm sick of running out of redstone. It's happened like 7 times. I'm trying to make an automatic crafting table right now. Or not automatic crafting table, an auto miner from Rocket Science. I was going to make it a secret and then show you guys in the next episode, which would be this episode, but turns out I'm not going to. So, you sort of missed that entire crafting. It was the Philosopher's Stone with 4 pieces of obsidian and 4 pieces of stone. Basically what this is, it can take any item and turn it into pretty much any other item. Now, here's how it works. Each item has a set value. Now, this set value will be added into the transmutation table. As you can see, 384. It's called EMC. That's the values. And you have to teach it each item so that it can convert. Now, I'm going to be converting glowstone into redstone because I have plenty of glowstone and I need lots of redstone because electronic circuits are a pain. Now, I'm going to get the redstone because most of it's obtained, or in there. So, let me just pop that in. Now it knows both redstone and glowstone. And I'm going to try and get as much redstone as I can. So, 1 glowstone is, I believe, 6. Yep, 6 pieces of redstone. So let's just pop a bit in there. Yep, there we go. Now I have plenty. That's all I'm going to show you right now because I need to finish making the auto miner. But first, I need to make an MFSU, which I will show you the crafting recipe for so that you don't miss anything. Ah, look at me looking ahead. You will not see me placing this, nor will you see me crafting it because I need this to charge the auto miner. I will show you the auto miner in operation, but I will not show you the crafting because I need lots of mining done because I'm low on ores. And I don't want to use the transmutation table for everything. So here's how you make an MFSU. You need a Lapitron crystal, which is an energy crystal, crafted like so, with 6 lapis lazuli and 2 electronic circuits, and these take forever to make, and I need 6 of them. It also requires an MFE, which I already have, an advanced circuit, which is a regular circuit surrounded by all these precious materials, and an advanced machine block, which I've shown you, and it's crafted like this. So this is clearly going to be a pain to make, which is why I will not show the crafting of it in any way, shape, and or form. So I will be back shortly for you. For me, it's going to be an hour or so after I've crafted everything and set everything up. And also, before I forget, I'm going to need a medium voltage transformer so I can take all the high voltage and make it medium. Yeah, pretty simple to craft, machine block and copper cables, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem. It's going to be a really weird setup though, I can tell you that much. Oh boy, this is going to be difficult. Yeah, so I'll see you then. Probably going to put a roof up as well and put the MFSU there. I should be working on the nuclear fission reactor soon, but not too soon. So I will be back shortly. Well, hello again. I really wasn't hoping I would have to do this, but it would seem that I'm not finished yet, so I'm going to have to show you guys how to make an infinite water pool because I need water cells for the contraption I'm trying to make. I'm going to make a fusion reactor. Now, the reason I'm making this instead of just sticking with the geothermal generator is because I've made 2 geothermal generators total, and it's still not enough to fuel the automatic miner. And the auto miner has gotten me so much ore that I've been able to make diamonds out of the copper. I had 6 or so stacks of just plain old copper sitting around. So it's really been helpful. So I can't say that it, isn't worth the investment because it is. So it's going to be a while before the next episode, or the continuity of this episode, rather. Keep getting ahead of myself. Anyways, this is how you make an infinite water pool in a 3x3, and I'll show you how to expand it by another dimension. Alright, so I have my handy dandy hand pump. Oh geez, I feel like I'm on Blue's Clues. Anyways, I have the hand pump, and I have 3 water cells. Now, you may be thinking this isn't enough. Well, you'd be wrong. All you need for a 9x9 area is 3 water sources. 1, 2, 3. Ah ha ha. Sesame Street, in case you didn't know. Alright, so let's see. First, you put 1 in that corner over there. Now, this can be any corner, but you have to follow the design. And then you have to put 1 in the adjacent corner. Now, I could have put it in that corner instead, but as you can see, this right here will become an infinite water source as well. But the rest of it is not. So how we fix this is we place 1 in the corner over here. And as you can see, it's an infinite water source. No matter where you take it from, it'll refill itself. And I'm out of empty water cells, which is why it's not working. Alright, so I'm going to show you how to make a 4x4 version. Just carve out the amount you need. Oops. Oopsies. And then all you need to do is put 1 in the corner you just created. And that'll fill it up. I believe this works up to about a 7x7. I'm not 100% sure on those dimensions, but it's approximately accurate. And the reason I'm doing this is because I need to make cooling cells, which are created with water cells and a compressor. So I will not be showing that now that I've told you how to make it. But let me show you the auto miner first. The auto miner is pretty awesome. I've had to make a few things for it, but after I saw how quickly it worked, I decided it was more than worth it. Hello, little auto miner. It has moved since the last time I saw it, so let's just stick the portal right next to it. What I like to do is put the portal next to the auto miner so that I don't lose it. Now, as you can see, I've given it 2 Lapitron crystals. Again, very expensive, but worth it. And there's a recycler, a diamond drill, and an OV scanner in it. In case you weren't aware, an OV scanner is from Industrial Craft and will allow you to see the approximate value of any ores nearby. So you put that in the bottom slot, and you put the drill in the top slot. Now, oh, it's getting ready to move, so let's watch it. See, it just pops right up, and it'll pop right down. Now, it has a recycler in it, which means it'll turn any unwanted material into scrap. Well, it'll try. There's a 12.5% chance that any material absorbed by the recycler will turn into scrap. And this one's portable, and it just uses the energy. It doesn't take any time at all, which is why I prefer it. Honestly, I just do this. I stick in any excess items that can be recycled into the mobile auto miner. It's that efficient. Even if it takes a while, it'll be efficient enough to make up for it. Now, you may be wondering, what if my auto miner's been working for a while and I fall into the holes? Well, this isn't actually a problem with the auto miner because, as you can see, it'll plug up the holes with any material it finds. Now, honestly, I don't know how statistically it can do this, but it seems to always have more material than it needs to fill that up. So I'm not quite sure how that works, but it does. Not going to question it. I'll try and figure that out before the next portion of the episode. But as you can see, it runs off Lapitron, and it gives you every ore that's... Ooh, diamond. I noticed those before, but I didn't say anything about them. But diamond. And these scrap can only be used by a mass fabricator, which I'm going to have to create by the time I've finished my fusion reactor. Now, remember the red power stuff? We're going to be working on that as well today, because what this is going to do eventually is create deuterium, which is... Oh, God, I probably mispronounced that horribly. But anyways, it's a fuel source for the fusion reactor. So what I need to do is get a bunch of water cells automated and into an isotopic separator, which I will show you how to craft now because I'm doing that off screen. First, I'm going to show you the integrated reactor plating. That is crafted by making an advanced alloy, which I've already shown you, so I don't need to show it again, and surrounding it with copper. And that'll get you an integrated reactor plating. This is used in creating reactor chambers. You need 8 of those and an advanced machine block in order to make a fusion reactor. So that's a huge investment, but it's more than worth it because it's completely renewable. Alright, let's see. What does the isotopic separator need? Extractor, got one of those. Advanced circuit, don't have one of those, but I can make it. Refined iron, advanced machine block, got one of those. And redstone. So pretty simple, as you can see. Going to be making one of those, and what you do is you feed it full water cells, and it will try and convert the water cells as best it can into deuterium. And it takes a few, I believe it takes 10 in order to make one deuterium cell. Now what I use to convert this all is I get Buildcraft engines to pull out the cells. So what'll happen is, let me try and model this with, I don't have anything, I only have that that's placeable. So let me get a piece of dirt so I can show you. So essentially, pretend this is the block. What's going to happen is I'm going to have a pipe sticking out here and here, and they're going to be wooden transport pipes. Well, advanced wooden transport pipes, and here's why. A regular wooden transport pipe would take out anything it can. However, an advanced wooden transport pipe has a GUI that lets you pick what items it'll take out. So one will be taking out the deuterium cells, and the other one will be taking out empty cells. The empty cells will be fed back into the deployer, which will be constantly running, and the filter will pull out the full water cells and give them to the isotopic separator over there. Now these are pneumatic tubes. I'll show you how to craft those in a second, but let me finish explaining. This retriever, you may be wondering why it's here. The reason for this is that without the retriever, you might run out of items. Actually, I never thought of that. I might not even need this retriever. Normally what it does is pulls out any unused cells, but I'm not sure if it can pull out of inventories of machines that are already working. If it can, then this machine will be very short because the isotopic separator will just go here and this pipe will go underneath, so that the retriever will pull out the required empty cells, and then I'll have another retriever, because I don't like using more than I need to. Another retriever will be pulling those deuterium cells out and sending them to a chest. Now I'm probably going to use a Buildcraft engine for this now that I think about it, for the second one, because of teleport pipes, so that it'll allow me to teleport the items
may not
into
approve
my
of
base.
newlyweds chatting online.
Sorry about that. I was watching TV and I got cut off by a commercial. I had it paused, but the commercials run anyways. It's confusing. What I was saying is, eventually you will get the teleport pipes, which will transfer it into the industrial craft room, by which I can transfer it into the nuclear fission reactor. Now, there's a bunch of other things that I'll have to craft for it, but that's for another time. So for now, I am signing off in order to create all these machines that I need to get this started. I will be back as soon as I have, let's see, I'm going to want to have the fusion reactor and the isotopic separator ready. Not completed, but ready to be completed, so that I can show you the crafting of, well, not the crafting, the placement. Also, in the median, I will be getting more ores, so I might need to make a diamond chest. So I'm going to show you how to make a diamond chest upgrade. Yes, this is how much ore you get. It's ridiculous that I need to upgrade this. So here we go. Gold to diamond chest upgrade, and that's crafted with 2 diamond, a gold ingot, and a bunch of glass. So shouldn't be too hard to do. So we'll be done soon. I don't know why, because the recipes are identical, but okay, not going to argue. I will be back shortly. Oops, forgot something. I need to show you how to create a project table, because this is an amazing device thanks to Red Power. Now what this does, as you can see, it's crafted with the crafting table, chests, wooden planks, and stone on the top. Now what this will do for you is create essentially what is a crafting table and a chest. Now it's not just any crafting table slash chest, it's a very special one, and I'm going to go to the industrial craft room to show you how it works. Now, as you can see, I have the recipe for a mixed metal ingot in here, and you might be wondering why I've stored exactly what I need. The reason for this is that all you need to do is have the material you need for the recipe in these little slots here, and you can just pull out as many as you need. Well, as many as have available. And eventually you could pull out these here to make an extra one, but you want to make sure that it doesn't happen. I'm going to have more than one project table, obviously, because this is clearly not enough. I'm going to have one for other things. I don't even know what I'm going to have them for. Probably for the advanced machine circuit, the circuit, and I'm going to try and make an automated system, so that's something to look forward to. That was all I'm going to do right now. I wanted to show you guys before I forgot, and I will be back. This is pretty awkward. I forgot another thing. The centrifuge extractor, which is over here, and the singularity compressor, which are two new additions that I haven't talked about yet, as well as the MFSU and the medium voltage transformer, which I talked about in short, but should show to you now. The singularity compressor works on PSI instead of RPM or heat percentage, like the macerator and induction furnace, respectively. It works on PSI. I already said that. Oops. But as you can see, it's just like the other advanced machines. It's very quick, etc., etc. Now, centrifuge extractor. Same deal, but with the extractor. I just created it a few seconds ago, so as you can see, it's pulling up the RPM over there, and it's going to be approximately 3 times as fast, I believe, as the original extractor. So I'm going to be using this to get some more rubber and some cooling cells. As you can see, it has... I keep saying the same phrase, and I need to work on that. Sorry about that. It has 3 output slots, which means with non-stackable items, or even stackable items such as resin, which is why there's 3, because resin creates 3. So you can put an entire stack of resin in there, and you'll get 3 stacks of rubber. That's why there's 3. It's not for convenience, sadly. However, it is very convenient when you're using non-stackable items like, I believe, coolant cells. They might have changed this, but last I checked, coolant cells are non-stackable in the inventory, which makes them a pain. However, you can create 3 at once, so that cuts down on the time you need managing all this. I'll be back, as I said, when I have created everything that we need for a new power generation. I found something while I was wandering around. Apparently, there is a mine shaft down there, an abandoned mine shaft, and I discovered this earlier actually, but didn't really process in my head because it was pulling up fences and rail tracks, and I thought, oh, abandoned mine shaft, but never really registered it in my head. Oh my god, there's an abandoned mine shaft. So it just pulled up some string. So apparently this thing can cut through cobwebs, which is good to know. I'm not sure if it can go through monster spawners, but I guess we'll find out since it randomly chooses a new location based on a 9x9 chunk. So we will be exploring that eventually, maybe. I don't know. I don't really need anything. Because melon seeds are kind of superfluous if you can fish for stuff. Speaking of, let's go fishing. Because I don't want to bore you with me saying, I'm going to go mining every 7 seconds. Because I honestly believe that is how long I took. Now, last time I did this, if you remember correctly, well, if I remember correctly, I'm not sure how your memory is. Where did it go? Oh, there you are. Get back here. Well, welcome to fishing. Everything flies over your head, apparently. I used to be able to catch them, but I guess not. As you can see, we caught a catfish and a carp and some driftwood. I don't know how we got 3 in 1. I guess this was from fishing earlier. Driftwood can be crafted. Sorry, I am messing up all over the place. It can be crafted into 4 wooden planks. So basically, 1 driftwood equals 1 crafting table. So that's helpful. Now, catfish can be crafted into 3 raw fish fillet, and carp can be crafted into 4. Now, this raw fish fillet, as is probably very unhealthy and not very delicious. I hate seafood either way, so I don't know about the deliciousness of fish in general. Not a fan. However, I'm sure that raw fish is probably not the best. Unless it's pufferfish, because pufferfish is only eaten raw, if I recall correctly. In Japan, and you know, you could die from it, and people are stupid for risking it, but who am I to say that? Anyways, totally not off topic right now. Let's cook up some fish, and we'll see. what it makes. Cooked fish fillet. And I'm not sure exactly how much hunger this restores, but actually none, because you can't eat it yet. You need to make a sandwich if I recall correctly, but the crafting recipe, I can't remember. So for now, we just have a bunch of fish fillets. Hopefully, the creator, Shadow Claimer, will let me know as to the crafting recipe, because AquaCulture 1.1.2 just came out, which adds biome-specific fish. I have not updated it yet, sorry Shadow, but I really wanted to try and catch a whale. However, since I'm pretty sure the whale is in the beach biome, I shouldn't have any trouble with that. So that is the fishing mod, or aquaculture, in a nutshell. There are some items you can get besides what I showed you. You can get a bone, a stick, rubber boots, funny enough. So funny, I love it. I recommended that you could make a blowgun out of pufferfish quills and poison dart frog poison, because he was adding dart frogs. So I'm going to push and make that a reality. I'm going to try it. And if it works, then I will actually have a weapon I don't hate using. So let's see. This, my friends, is the creations that Shadow has brought to us. They are awesome. You can get a Neptunium bar from fishing, just fishing. It's extremely rare, but the items, as you can see, look freaking amazing. And you get an axe, a hoe, sword, shovel, pickaxe, and an entire set of armor. So my goal is to get the entire set. So I'm going to be fishing as well as mining. And I'll let you know as soon as I get any Neptunium. Okay, it's been a good few hours since the last segment, because I'm slow. And finally, I have enough reactor chambers to make the fusion reactor. However, I am nowhere near done. For this, we're going to need an isotopic separator, which I'm not looking forward to making. However, I just wanted to show you the interface to this before I get started on that huge, ridiculous, annoying undertaking. As you can see, I'm not exactly pleased with this next project. However, it's really necessary. Honestly. I'm just going to stick it there. Alright, so, most complicated interface in the world. Let me explain step by step what you need to do. This is where you put a rechargeable battery. You need to start it up using that energy. Soon it'll be turned back to you, given back. Next, you're going to need some heaters. There are 3 types of heaters. I can't remember the names. One of them is an ohmic heater, OHMIC heater, ohmic heating system, a neutral beam heating system, and an RF cyclotron heating system. I believe that the ohmic heating system can work at low temperatures, very efficient energy output, but at higher temperatures it just stops working, which is when these other ones come in. And that is how you fuel it. Now, this slot here, for that you need either a superconducting coil or a copper coil. Copper coils, rather. My apologies. Whoa. You need 64 of these babies to make a superconducting coil. Well, let's show you what that is. Superconductor, my favorite, is made with a graphene gold lattice, where you take carbon plate, redstone, and gold. Now, this has 0 energy unit loss over time. Something I forgot to mention, every cable in industrial craft has a certain energy unit loss over time per block. Diamond, also known as glass fiber cable, has the lowest, along with the tin or low voltage cable. Gold, I believe, has the highest, besides iron cables. Iron cables lose so fast that it's just, unless you're going across one block, don't use them. However, they can handle thousands of EU. So, that's good, I guess, but if you have the superconducting wires, there's no need. I'm going to be making copper coils because the superconducting coils are very expensive. I will make them eventually, but in the meantime, copper coils is the way to go. You put those here. Now, the fuel you need is deuterium, which I will show you soon, but I don't have any. You would put that here, and you can make tritium, which will come out here. You need lithium for that, and that's a long process that I will go into later. So soon as I've gotten the separator prepared and all the items ready to create our lovely machine, I will be back. Another thing I forgot, first we're going to need a timer. This is something from Red Power 2. What you do with this is you create essentially what normally would take, wow, I think 4 repeaters or so and a bunch of redstone. However, LRAM has made it so that you only need these very few pieces, or this one piece here. So, thank you LRAM for that. Without that, it would be miserable. Alright, we're going to need 3 of these things, which are called stone wires. It's redstone on top of a stone wafer. A stone wafer is made by cooking stone in a furnace. So let's see. We're going to need stone, that thingy, which I believe is this. Yep, stone pointer. And a stone cathode, which is... I forgot sticks. Let's go get them. And stick. And redstone torch. And stone cathode. There we go. Now we're all set to craft our lovely timer. A lot of work. It seems like it's not worth it, and I would agree with you. No, I'm kidding. It's more than worth it, believe me. This will make our entire machine work much faster. There we go. We got our timer. Now let's go set it up. It's not completely designed yet, and I don't have the isotopic separator. However, I just wanted to show you what the general shape is going to be, because I was tired of talking to myself. It gets quite lonely. Alright, pneumatic tube, screwdriver, let's see. Alright. Oh, wait, I can just walk outside. I'm so used to portals that I forgot you can just walk outside. And it's dark out, so I'm going to hide. Alright, there we go. Now let's explore. There you are. A lovely setup from before, which I am unwilling to move because it's just a pain. I'm going to have to make a maintenance section for this. I'm going to have to cover it and make a portal and all that lovely business that I hate doing. Alright. No, off. Bad. No. Okay. Need the red alloy wire. And you're just going to run that on top of these 3. And you're going to run it there, and you're going to put the timer right next to it. Now, as you can see, there's a graphical interface, and I'm going to make it 12 seconds just because I'm very slow and need the time to think. So let's see. I'm going to need to go grab some empty cells, which I can get from the industrial craft room, because I've started sorting my chests, as you probably have noticed, but I haven't talked about. I've sorted the chests based on the rooms they're in. I just added the Red Power 2 chest. Buildcraft and Industrialcraft have a shared chest because I don't have a Buildcraft room because I haven't used Buildcraft in any way, shape, and or form as of yet. However, I plan to change that very soon. Now let's see, what do I need to put in? Put in that in the deployer. I should probably disconnect it, because we're not done yet. No siree, nowhere close. Let's see. Gonna need pneumatic tubes. Actually, this is all we need for now. Gonna put the isotopic separator right there. And as soon as I have that, I will be back. Hello everyone, it's been a few hours for me since the last time. And for you, it's been a few seconds. So let's get started. I finally finished it. It has taken so much time, and I regret to say that I didn't get to show you the crafting or the creation of it. I will do a tutorial if you would like to see it, but the problem was I kept running out of materials, and the crafting itself took about 45 minutes, so I thought it wasn't worth it. I'll make a tutorial with all the items later on. But for now, I'm just going to explain how everything works. Let's reconnect this. Alright, now, as you can see, I explained this setup before, but what you will notice is that there's some BuildCraft items here, as well as some new items that you might not recognize. Now, I forgot to put a redstone torch there. So, while I get that, we'll discuss in general how it works. Essentially what happens is, after the water cell has been filled, the filter will pull it out. This will put it into the isotopic separator, which is what is used for the creation of deuterium cells. What this means in layman's terms is that we make energy. Really. Sorry for the lame, confused sounding explanation, but I was expecting to have everything with me and I can't find my redstone. There we go. I'll just make 2 just in case. Never make too many redstone torches. Alright, and I will explain when I get back there, so let's find it. There it is. I actually did have to add another mod just to create this, the Compact Solars mod, which I'll explain in a moment. As you can see, there are 2 low voltage solar arrays. Don't make the medium voltage or the high voltage. You will have a bad day. A very, very bad day. If you make a high voltage solar array, you're going to have a bad time. South Park. Alright, let's get to explaining everything. Oh, that is so dreadfully slow. But that was part of the design, actually. Let's see. Alright, so these will power up in the daytime and power this bat box here, which is facing the isotopic separator, which is right there. Now, the reason I use a bat box and not an MFE or MFSU is because those both emit higher than low voltage, which is the highest voltage that the isotopic separator can accept. Why are you not working? I forgot to put the filter in. What an excellent, excellent example. How convenient. Now, what I just did was using an advanced wooden transport pipe. Advanced transport pipe, let me show you one of those right now. It's one of these, right here. Now, these allow you to put a filter to say what item to pull out, and that is key to the operation of this machine. Now, while, as you can see, I put the deuterium cell in this one, and the filter for the other advanced wooden transport pipe is empty cells. Now let me explain these 2 guys. These are 2 redstone engines. They run off of redstone energy rather than any sort of combustion, which makes them perfect for this because I want it to be completely operational by itself. Now, these can be crafted using a piston, wooden gears, which is just 4 sticks, glass, and some wooden planks. So you're going to need 2 of those. And as you can see, I got them to work side by side, and you just put one in the middle. Now, if you place them in a different order, what will happen is they will both face the same wooden pipe because they're so close together. How might you fix this, you may be asking? Well, all you need to do is get a wrench from BuildCraft. Now, this is crafted with a stone gear and 3 iron ingots, and the stone gear is a wooden gear surrounded by cobblestone. Pretty simple. And that'll allow you to rotate it around to the proper position so that it can pull stuff out. Now let's see, is it working? Dun dun dun. Yep, it's working perfectly. Now this is a teleport pipe. I set it to channel 1 and the receive is set to false. This is very important because if you set the receive to true, it could cause some issues. Now that I've explained that, I will explain the rest of the teleport pipes back at the base. But you remember the timer? Well, I had to set it to 5.75 seconds. Now, you can set it to a different one, but I found this is the most efficient for setting the time so that it doesn't go too fast for the isotopic separator to handle. As you can see, there's never anything just sitting, except for the empty cells, and I don't know why that is. These engines, I guess, are just not working up to snuff properly. However, that'll fix itself eventually. While we're on the subject of fixing it, what you're going to want to do is put some empty cells in here, because eventually all your water cells will be transformed into deuterium cells. It'll take a while, but it'll happen because every 10 water cells is one deuterium cell. So it'll take a long time to get rid of an entire stack, but you're going to want to put any empty cells you have spare into this chest here, because the retriever will pick them up and put them into the deployer, which will save you a lot of time. So yeah, that is where you put all the empty cells. Remember that. Now, on the low voltage solar arrays, I realize that they are extremely expensive, so you might be able to get away with just one and a plain old solar panel right next to it. However, I'm not sure about this, so I just went with the 2 solar arrays because it was easier for me. This is an extremely expensive machine, but I think it's worth it because it's pretty cool, and I just sat and watched it for a few minutes, and it's kind of zen-like how awesome it is. It's just very chill. I actually have one in the test world that was much more complex and not as compact, and I would watch it for a while. I know I'm weird, okay? But I found that this one's the most compact design you can do. It is a 5 by 6. So 5 by 6 by 4 is about as compact as it gets. For a machine that does all this, I think that's pretty good. Now let's head back to base and I will show you the other end of the teleport pipe. Now I put a chest next to this. It won't pull anything out of the chest. I just like having it next to it. And I have another teleport pipe that is set to channel 1. You can change it with these plus and minus. Now for this one you're going to set receive to true. I'm sorry about that. This is because it is going to be taking the deuterium cells that are produced on the other end and putting them into the chest. And as you can see, we already have 12, 17 now. And that'll give us a good amount of fuel. So that's all there is to the machine. And I hope you enjoyed this episode with the machine. At the end, I'm sorry that I didn't get to show you how to build it. However, if you guys would like, and I might do this even if I don't get a request for it, I'm going to show you how to build this. I'll give a list of the materials you need in raw form and in the completed form so that you know what you're going to need, and I will do a step-by-step tutorial. It'll take a while to record, but I think it'll be worth it, and I hope you enjoy it. So I hope you like this episode, and I'll see you later.